Okay, next talk, body types. Okay, one of the most important things when you're starting a training program or training, maybe the most important thing is to find out what body type you are. So, as a human being, you know that you're a human being, Homo sapien, I think it's called. There's three types of human beings, so there's three body types. There's an ectomorph, a mesomorph, and an endomorph. So a lot of people don't talk about this or know about this when they're training. Try and tell all my clients that I train. First of all, even me as a coach, that's what we do at Get Fit Quick. The first thing in my mind when I'm doing a consultation or training someone, I'm already thinking, what body type are they? Are they an ectomorph? Are they a mesomorph? Or are they an endomorph? So check that out online, type that into your Google, see what comes up. So the first thing, you need to identify what you are. Now, for examples, obviously I had to find out what type of body type I am. So you do get crosses between the two, so you can get ecto-meso. So just running for an ectomorph. An ectomorph is someone growing up that's always been slim, always find it hard to gain weight. They always moan about, oh yeah, I eat this, I eat that, and I never get put on fat, but I can't put on muscle, always slim. Kind of hated upon, not hated upon as a youngster, but it's like, damn, you can eat all that food and you don't put on any weight. That's an ectomorph. I'm sure you've grown up with them, and there's many about. Endomorphs are again the next probably most popular one. That's where the body shape's kind of like an apple shape, so it's slimmer up here, and then more body fat cells are around the stomach. So fat or weight gain, fat gain, not weight gain. Fat gain starts around the stomach, and you have a bigger midsection. So probably seen these people in society as well. That's a body type, endomorph. That's that type of shape. Characteristics are always on a diet, has an apple and puts on weight. So I'm sure, again, you've met these people in your life, or I was one of them. So yeah, that's an endomorph. A mesomorph is more rarer. So these are the built guys, naturally muscular. So even growing up in school, you can tell who the mesomorphs are. When you're in like year 11 or you're 16, you can tell who the mesomorphs are. Even at 18, that's natural. People with traps, arms, these arms same size as well when I was 16, maybe even bigger. So I had characteristics of a meso-endo. So my upper body was always well built. From 14 to 16, I had muscles, but I always had a bit of a belly, so body fat was always still there. So I figured myself out, I was a meso-endo. When I realized as a meso-endo, obviously the way I train has to be towards that, knowing what your body is, okay? So first you need to identify what body type you are. Then when you know what body type you are, then different exercises will work differently for you. So for examples now, Usain Bolt or Mike Tyson. Now Mike Tyson's the original mesomorph. That's why they're very rare. Lower body and upper body, both mesomorphic, very built. I think they said at 14 he was 200 pounds. So he's one of the rare mesos, full mesomorphs. Mesomorphs become athletes, powerhouses. They're built like brick houses, low body fat, and yeah, they do a little bit of weight, and then they just blow up with their muscles. So a little bit of weight training for mesomorph, you get crazy adaptations. That's a mesomorph. Even growing up, whenever I did a little bit of arms or upper body, blew up very quick. But that's because I'm mesomorphic up top. But then as an endomorph, always hard to lose body fat, so that's a tough one for us. So, okay, so going through the professional athletes is easier. Find an athlete that is similar to you. I always wanted to be like Mike, so shorter, stockier guy, very explosive. Luckily, I found Mike, and most of my training was just to be like Mike Tyson. So that was the guy that inspired me to box or move like that explosively, and I preferred shorter sprints. It was easier for me. So, okay, you got Mike Tyson. So, again, that would be more like a mesomorph. So, let's go to your natural ectomorph. So, in football, you probably get more athletes that are natural ectomorphs, very slim, very skinny, and they train for many years. Probably the best example of the ectomorph, that's the best athlete in the world, is probably Cristiano Ronaldo. Thierry Henry, one of my favourite football players. Very slim, growing up, very skinny, most football players, but they've trained for years. Again, playing football, look how big their legs are, the explosiveness, and years of training. They put on that little bit of muscle onto their frame, and then become such a great athlete because they've got low body fat, they've got a bit more muscle, so the power to weight ratio is great. stamina's good, they can move around all day. So that footballers that tend ecto meso, that's a little bit of a hybrid with extreme training over years. You can change a bit, so that's how you get an ecto meso. That's very hard to get. Natural meso endos, probably linebackers in the NFL. Big, powerful guys with weight on them. Very, very powerful, strong men. And rugby players as well. Meso endos carry the weight, got the muscle. They make great rugby players. And then mesomorphs, obviously, most of the people, boxers, you still get ectomeso boxers, but mesomorphs, true athletes, don't have that much body fat on them. They're quite kind of well built naturally. So Serena Williams, natural mesomorph, Mike Tyson. Just trying to go through some of those tanky, explosive athletes. Yeah, so that was going over body types. So make sure you know what body type you are. Figure it out. Are you an ectomorph, a mesomorph, or an endomorph? If you do have a split or a hybrid where you're both, it's quite rare, but you can have both. Figure out what you are. And then once you know what body type you are, it changes the way you train. So usually, traditionally, you could say mesomorphs are more designed for short explosive sprints, and ectomorphs can do more long distance work. And then obviously you've got your endomorphs, which are usually still quite strong with that weight. So even powerlifters, meso endo. So yeah, figure out what body type you are. Research some athletes. Find out an athlete similar to you that's got like a similar body type, and then follow their training and see what they do, and then try and train in that type of way. Okay, guys. Hopefully that was helpful on body types.